Just very excited. Obviously all the lads haven't joined up yet with boys having games yesterday, but there's already a buzz in the camp with all the lads that are here.
There's been this momentum growing in the last few camps, but because of what could be achieved this week, is it a different kind of mentality, a different kind of pressure perhaps?
Yeah, of course there's pressure. It's an opportunity we've not had for a good number of years, but we're still early in the week and we only really met up last night, so we've not been on the training pitch, and it's still quite relaxed just now.
I mean, you were unfortunate to be missing out last month. From what you saw the team watching them, and from what you've experienced in the last kind of couple of camps, do you feel that this team is ready to grasp the chance?
No, definitely. I thought the three performances last month were absolutely excellent. I really enjoyed watching the games. We were solid at the back, but carried a threat going forward, which it was almost the perfect team performances.
And I guess, this is, as you said, this is not something that comes along very often. So with that, I mean, the opportunity to make a bit of history and lift the nation's spirits, how much do you guys all buy into that idea?
No, of course we do. We want it for everyone else just as much as we want it for ourselves. Of course it'll be absolutely massive, but we can't get too caught up in it all. Obviously we're aware of what's at stake, but we can't let that affect the performance.
As a manager, do you expect him to make a point of trying to keep your feet on the ground?
Yeah, I'd imagine he would. He always does. He's very calm himself, so he won't let us get too emotionally involved.
The fact that you did miss out last month, how difficult do you think it's going to be for you to get back into that starting 11? Because the guys who played obviously produced 3 clean sheets.
Yeah, very difficult. When defenders are keeping clean sheets, I don't think they'll expect to get taken out of the team. But I'm just delighted to be back involved. It was hard missing out on last month on injury and watching in, but I was still in the group chat with the lads and I was absolutely delighted for them all.
What do you make of the attacking threat that Serbia have? We all know what Milinkovic-Savic can do. Is that something you'd relish, playing up against guys like that?
Yeah, of course you've got to. That's why we play football, to test ourselves against the top players, and I'm sure anyone that's playing on Thursday night will be looking forward to it.
I imagine going to Serbia in normal times with a full crowd would be fairly daunting. Do you think you can get an advantage by the fact you're going there, you're not going to have that hostile atmosphere?
Yeah, it'll still be a very difficult game, but I think with no home crowds, it has kind of levelled it out a bit for a lot of teams. But of course we still know how hard it'll be.
And on that respect, even the kind of lower key build-up as opposed to a game that really has huge importance, does that help a wee bit as well, just keep things on the down low? Yeah,
maybe it will. Well, hopefully it will, and hopefully we can go across and still get a positive result, or the result we all want. But of course COVID has impacted the way preparations are, but we've dealt with it the last couple of camps and I'm sure we'll do that again.
Do you feel there's been a big shift in how everyone feels, the mentality in the camp as things have gone along under Steve Clarke?
Yeah, definitely, and especially on the back of the last camp, it can only be positive getting 3 big wins, and I think it's absolutely perfect going into the game with all that momentum and the feel-good factor in the camp and in the country as a whole.
Do you think the performances in those games was really just a culmination of what the manager has been trying to do in the time he's been in charge, and that was it, really all coming together?
Yeah, of course. When you come in as a manager of a national team, it must be difficult because you only get a few days to work with us to try and get across what you want us to do. And sometimes if we do one thing well, at the other end of the pitch it might not be going so well. So when everything clicks, and which it appeared to do last month, and the performances were excellent, I think that's just what the manager wanted.
Is that the hope, that it all seems to be clicking just at the right time?
Yeah, hopefully, especially just for, as I said, building the momentum and the feel-good factor. There's nothing better than that as a player, when you feel confident and the full squad feels confident, and going out on the pitch feeling the best you can.
Talked about the clean sheets that the guys got in the last camp, but the fact that they were so good defensively, do you relish that challenge of coming up against these guys in training and trying to stake your claim? Yeah,
of course you do, but being part of the squad, you just want to push and you want the best for everyone. So whoever's playing will be doing their best to try and help us qualify, and it's up to the rest of the lads that aren't playing as well to be there to support them and push them as hard as we can.
Would you expect to be quite busy, or whoever's playing? Is this a game where the defence is going to be critical to Scotland's chances?
Yeah, of course it is in every game in international football, and they do have a good front line and one to be very wary of. But there's absolutely no reason why we can't stop them.
There's one or two Serbian players who may or may not have trouble getting over there. I'm guessing you're going to ignore all that. Are you expecting to line up against, if not their best team, then a team full of top class players?
Yeah, I would say we need to prepare to be playing against their best team. I think even last month when we were missing a few players, you've seen how well we played, so we can't read into that too much.
And since moving south, have you got a wee different perspective on the game up here? Maybe international football as well as the domestic game, in terms of the standard that you guys are at just now, the standard that the Scotland team is at, the length of games you've gone without losing?
Yeah, the training here when you come up, it's absolutely excellent. Everything's 1 and 2 touch. We've got players playing at the top of the English Premiership, the top of the Scottish Premiership, and everyone's playing at a great standard. And it's a very, 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 very challenging in training, the tempo to try and get to that.
So in terms of this game, is there any reason why Scotland can't go and get the result that you all want?
No, I can't see any reason, especially on the back of last month, why we can't go and get the result everyone wants.
And does it feel different at all? Can you give us an example? I mean, have you had more messages, more folk getting in touch, and does the build-up feel any different at all?
Not yet. As I say, we only met up last night, and a lot of us, well, some lads played yesterday, so it's still early days. But I'm sure as the week goes on that there will be that slightly different feeling as we build up.
Scott, do you feel, even after just a couple of months in England, do you feel more confident given that you seem to have done well there, scored a goal, got a few wins as well?
Yeah, no, I think it doesn't matter where you're playing. I think if you're winning games and being part of good team performances, you're always going to feel confident. But obviously to go down and play as many games as I have in such a short period of time, it's a real confidence booster for me.
You also had to go with the change of manager as well. Was that obviously a bit difficult after you just signed as well, the manager change, but you've proved yourself established yourself in the Chris Hughton side as well?
Yeah, it's obviously difficult when you go in and there's a change of manager so soon. But Chris Hughton's came in and he showed faith in me and played me, which again just gives me more confidence.
And obviously one of the players you're competing with for Thursday is somebody you know really well, Andrew Considine, who did really well when he came in. How pleased were you to see him get his chance?
I couldn't have been any happier for Andy. Obviously I played probably nearly all my games at Aberdeen, nearly 100 games next to Andy, whether it was at left back or centre back, and the help he gave me even since I've been a kid coming through the academy at Aberdeen, he helped me so much, so I couldn't have been any happier for him, and I couldn't wait to text him when I heard the news.
What kind of help did he give you coming through?
Just even when I was settling into the team, having that experience next to me, that any time that I made a mistake, he was there to clear up for me, or even the bits of information he gave me on the pitch, it helped me massively, and I've no doubt that Andy played a massive part in getting me to where I am just now.
It seemed a lot of Aberdeen fans had been, campaigning for years for him to get his chance for Scotland. It seemed to be one of the most well received international call-ups. Do you think that was just a testament to his attitude and his consistency over the years as well?
Yeah, you've struggled to find a better professional than Andy. He's so regimented in everything he does. He doesn't change much at all, and that's probably why at the age he is, he never misses a training session, never misses any games. And I think the 2 games that he played last month for Scotland shows exactly why everyone was campaigning for him to get that call up.
Is it strange then to be maybe going up against him for that place maybe, and is that just part of you've been playing with him for years, I suppose you're used to that as well?
Yeah, no, it's obviously just good to be both of us away here and both try to push everyone in the squad for that place in the starting 11.
Scott, as if there wasn't enough competition for places amongst the actual defenders, you've got a converted midfield player coming back. What have you made of Scott McTominay, and how hard is it to kind of change your game or adapt to kind of go further back for international football?
I think Scott's playing at a high enough level that when he does need to drop back, he knows exactly what he needs to do. And I think that his use of the ball at times has been absolutely brilliant when he's stepping out. Obviously, having been a normal midfielder, more comfortable on the ball, and when he does step out, his use of the ball has been excellent.
I think in fear of making everyone else in the room sound a bit old, you won't remember I have a living memory of Scotland being in a major tournament. Watching World Cups and European Championships over the years and seeing those occasions without Scotland in them, just how special would that be if you were able to be in the squad that helped them get there and be a part of that?
That'd be very special. Obviously, I think was it the last European Championships that all the home nations were there apart from Scotland. So obviously, hopefully, we can be there this time, and it would just, I think it'd be a proud moment for absolutely everyone in the squad, and just for the whole country. It'd be a great boost for everyone.
Good man.
Excellent.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Excellent.